You know, you look at this game, and Rob and I were watching this game in the final minutes. You just felt like eventually, Tim, the Chiefs were going to go down and score and win the game. But what took them so long?
Well, yeah, they had a hard time getting going. Part of that is because, the Chargers do have a very good defense, but you certainly got the feeling that when they had to settle for 3, and I'm forgetting how much time was left, but there was more than 2 minutes left in that football game, you just thought, well, Patrick Mahomes is going to do something to get them going. Obviously, leads them down, gets them into overtime, and some of the throws that he made to kind of keep them in it and were really incredible today, especially when you think about some of the shots that he took. He was under all types of pressure, especially early in that football game. You just go back to that throw that he made to Tyreek Hill for the touchdown on the move to his right in the air for over 50 yards. Not many quarterbacks, if any, can make that throw right now in the league.
Again, so 6 straight games they've won when trailing by double digits. And, Rob, you know what it's like to be on a team with a quarterback where you feel like you're never out of the game. What type of confidence, what does that confidence do for you when you're in those moments?
It makes you believe, everybody, that whole team, that it doesn't matter what the deficit is, that you're going to win that football game. When you have Pat Mahomes on your team, you're confident that no matter what the deficit is, we're going to come back. We're in this game. And you saw that with KC. They fought this whole game, and he brought them back because of that accuracy and his ability to move around in the pocket.
Yeah, buying extra time, getting outside the pocket, giving guys time, an opportunity to make plays. Let's go to the Chargers for a moment here, because, again, this was not the way this game was supposed to start, because Justin Herbert eventually is supposed to be the quarterback of the future for this team, but they didn't think it was going to be week 2. He comes in on short notice, and he plays pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah, look, I think he's going to be the starter from here on out, and he played well. And when you have a young quarterback that plays well early in the season, you want to have him out there. You want to have him, if he throws an interception, we know there's going to be some bumps in the road.
Right.
But guess what? For the sample size that we've seen with no preseason, he went out there, and I think he performed really well.
Tim, let me get your take on what you saw from Justin Herbert today.
Yeah, Rob just hit the nail on the head. When you have a young guy that hasn't really had the opportunity to get the work prior to going in and playing in a regular season game, go in and play as well as he played against the defending Super Bowl champs, I think it makes the decision very easy for Anthony Lynn. What was clear today was that for a guy his size, his athletic ability is going to be a factor for them. And the other thing is this, his ability as a thrower, in terms of, you hear people say arm talent, his ability to attack areas of the field with his arm strength is a difference maker. It's one of the reasons why, even when, things didn't work out at Oregon the way that so many people thought that it may, his talent and the physical ability was going to be way too hard for people to pass up on, which is why he's now with the Chargers organization and probably going to be their starter from here on out.
And Tim, let me follow up on that point, because, when he was there at Oregon, everyone who looked at him said physically he has the tools, he can make all the throws. But once you get to the NFL, Tim, you know as well as I do, it doesn't matter how good your arm is if you can't make the plays in certain situations. From a poise standpoint, what did you see from him today?
Yeah, I thought he was outstanding with that, Michael. He hung in there, took some shots. They also did a very good job deciding when to keep the ball as a runner. They had some designed runs for him, which was a little bit surprising considering, he went into the game not as the starter and they were thinner at that position after the Tyrod injury. But we know if you watch the Rose Bowl that he can make plays with his legs. And so I thought that he handled it extremely well. But the big thing I was concerned about for him coming into the National Football League was that he was coming from an offense that I didn't think really translated into the NFL. You couldn't see, similar concepts being run, but it looks like he has absorbed what they are doing offensively and did a nice job of it, had command of it. And like Rob said, I would expect him to be the starter from here on out.
Rob, let me ask you this, because you're on a team and you have a top draft pick come in and eventually they're going to be part of the future for the organization, whether it's quarterback in any other position. When you have all the hype, when does the team start to believe in the player himself, and what type of performance is necessary? Was this it from Justin Herbert?
I think so. Look, when you have a young kid come in and he performs at a high level, it brings everybody in that locker room together, and you have confidence that moving forward, he's going to be better because he's going to take the first team reps. He's going to have more reps, more practice reps during the week, and be more prepared in the future games that they're about to play as a team. So, look, I think if you're a veteran, you see the glimpses here that look, we might have a guy here that's going to be really good for us. So I think that really boosts the confidence of the whole team.
Yeah, a loss for the Chargers, but for their fans, maybe feel a little bit better about their future because their quarterback seemingly, after just one game, though, looks like he has the tools to run this team for quite some time.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.